Who said dreams can't come true? Because they can. This is the new moon in Pisces. This is what we do. This energy of fantasy, imagination, and divine intervention can all come together in this wonderful recipe of your life. I'm Elizabeth Harper. I'm here with your angel messages for the new moon in Pisces. We're using a combination of cards. So we're going to have one card for all of us, 3 cards that you can choose from, and then another 3 word cards that you can also choose from. Lots of things, right? It's time for imagination, because the new moon in Pisces is all about your imagination brewing and all that fantasy brewing and all the magic that can happen right now. So place your hands over your heart. Invite your angels to guide you to message 1, 2, or 3. And to word 1, 2, or 3. So you might have a different number for each one of those. All right. So our first energy is I release. This is for all of us. I release. So when this came out of the deck, you see there the hands from heaven, and this being is giving everything she no longer wants into the hands of the divine. And that's what your angels are asking you to do, to just give it up. Don't need it, don't need to take it with you. It's excess baggage. Time to move it out so you can make space for all those things that you want to bring in. All those things that you didn't think were possible. All those things that you thought you didn't deserve, you couldn't have. So I feel that this particular new moon, the Pisces energy, is saying, you know what? Let your imagination run wild, because surprises can happen. Magic can happen. These things can manifest for you, but there needs to be space in order for it to come into your life. So the affirmation on this card is, I release all negative attitudes toward life, and I no longer worry. I do not have to fight. I do not have to live in fear. I release everything into the divine's hands and I let go. I trust life and allow it to place its events before me without resisting. It will guide me towards truth. So you see she's standing in this light, these beautiful lights around her. And what was interesting was, when I was thinking about our messages for this week and which cards to use, I had such a strong feeling that we needed to use the fairy cards. And when I look at that image, it just makes me think of fairies being around, and fairies help you making your wishes come true, right? So now is the time for your wish, whatever that wish is, to manifest. Do you believe that? I want to say, do you believe in fairies? I do. All right, cards. Let's see what's coming up. Number one is purity. So you see she's wearing this beautiful white dress, and she's with this unicorn that is all white. That is the sense of purity. It's like wiping the slate clean. It says always trust in the purity of your heart. Look into your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. So when I look at this card, there is all this white, and the white is tinged with pink, and pink is the energy of love. So when we come down to this vibration of purity, it's coming down to the vibration of love. And that's where the purity is. So for you, I feel that it's very much about focusing on love, focusing on your pure heart, focusing on the core essence of your being, and really connecting to that vibration of love. There is a question, what would love do? So when you think at this moment of your life and what you want to manifest and what you want to bring in, and the magic that you want to have as part of your existence, think of that question, what would love do? So if you're wondering how you can manifest this, how you can bring it in when it's been impossible before, say that to yourself, what would love do? And then see what your next step is. As you focus on this desire as you focus on this need, as you focus on this wish, as you focus on your fantasy, your imagination, then just ask yourself, what would love do? So that you can see what your next step is. The purity, I feel, is again about that release and about creating a pure space for this to manifest for you at this time. So let's see what the word card is. So this is number 1 for the word card. It goes with this, but it's also for number 1 too. Light. So I want to show you that in this image, she is carrying a light. Light. Light carries information. You are light. You are filled with light. It's about being with light. And it's lighting up as well. So if you chose card number 1, this is for you. If you chose card number 1 with the words, this is for you too. Light. So it's bringing all that light into your being, lightening up. I love to bring in light to cleanse through my system. So this is an aspect of that release and cleansing. It's also about opening that space up for more to come in. And this sense that you're lighting the way. You're lighting the way for whatever it is you want to manifest. So you're saying, here I am. I'm ready. I'm available. So the spotlight is on you. Oh, I can feel that now. I can feel the spirit coming around me as I say that. I love that. Number 2. Let's see what number 2 is. Number 2 is new beginnings. I love that this came out of the deck. New beginnings. It says the fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your idea as you would a baby. So this idea is that desire, that wish. What is it you want to create? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring into your life right now? And maybe it has a gestation period of 9 months, just like a baby. Maybe it's something that you want to nurture. Maybe it's something that you want to love so much, just like a baby. And then you can share it with the world. So it has a time when it's just yours, and then there's a time when you're sharing it with everyone. When I feel into this, there is a sense of beginning a new venture in your life. So there is this feeling of a new beginning, a fresh start. So that release then becomes releasing some part of your life so that you can allow yourself to move in a new direction. And it might be a new job, it might be a new home, it might be a new relationship. It feels like it's something big. But it doesn't necessarily have to begin now. So when we think of this new beginning and we think of it as a child, it could be that the thought is there. That thought is, all right, so this is what I need to do to put these steps in action so that then I can manifest this in my life. I can birth it. And it may well be another 9 months before it's birthed. It might not be until the end of the year. So when I tune into this, there are endings and new beginnings. And that beginning can manifest right now, or it can just be a thought that you build on. I see the turquoise in this card, and turquoise is a color of creativity. So it's allowing yourself to be creative. And don't think to yourself, oh, I'm not very creative at all. Think to yourself, I'm really creative. I've created my life so far. I can create this too. What would you be creating? And there's also a feeling in this, just one final thing in this, of relationships. There's this feeling of relationships, that there is a new relationship that is coming in for you. And it's a meaningful relationship. All relationships are meaningful, but the relationship could just be with somebody that comes to your door or somebody you meet at the supermarket, and that's it. This to me is a relationship that has more to it. There is conversation, there's communication, there's connection. So I feel that relationship is coming in for you now. I love that. Let's see what card wants to go with card number 2. It's also word number 2 as well. Inspiration. So you are being inspired right now. So that inspiration, she is painting on an easel. She's painting something. She's painting the sun, and the sun is light, of course, more light coming in. So that inspiration, it's asking for inspiration, it's asking for support, it's asking for more light to come in, it's asking for help with your creativity. So we completed that final card with the creative energy, that you are really creative with. This is saying you're creative too. What are you being inspired to follow at this moment? What are you being inspired to create? What are you being inspired to do? And that inspiration is part of the creation, so that you can create the image, the vision, the picture of your next step. All right. Number 3. Number 3 is motivation. I love that many of these cards have a pink tinge to them. So it says, when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. It's perfect time. When I read this, I thought this is a perfect time for this card. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Again, perfect for this time. So motivation, there is this joke. I can't always remember jokes, so bear with me. About the person that wants to win the lottery and goes to church and asks to win the lottery, and the divine says, I can help you with that, but you need to buy the lottery ticket. And that's the sense with this, that things don't always come to you without you taking a step toward it. So you might sit at home and think to yourself, I want a relationship, and I want a new job, and I want this, and I want that, and I want this to be a part of my life. And it's not necessarily going to come to you. It could do. Anything's possible, right? But there's more of a sense of when you move toward it, it can move toward you. So it's like a magnet. If you imagine that everything in life is a magnet, then you as a magnet is moving toward that energy, and it as a magnet is being magnetized by your movement forward. So it moves forward toward you too, so that you can connect and unite and be one. So feel with this motivation. It's your guides, your angels saying, okay, let's get going. Let's get this action. Let's get this time. Let's get this experience. Let's get whatever it is in your heart to move forward. Move forward. What could that first step be? So think to yourself, what first step could I take toward the manifestation of my wish, my desire, my fantasy? At this time, my dream. What will make my dream come true? What first thing can I do? So as you take a step toward it, you'll find the universe will respond. And the universe will bring you maybe something to support that first step. And that will be a confirmation for you that you're moving in the right direction. Always good to be motivated. Number 3 card that goes with you is kindness. So if you chose number 3, the kindness is about kindness to yourself, but it's about kindness to others as well. So when you look at this, there's the angel and a rabbit. Rabbits are so sweet and gentle, aren't they? So there is this sense of being kind to others and being kind to yourself. So when we think of this from the motivation perspective, it's not beating yourself up. It's not saying, oh man, I haven't done this, all this time, and then that's an excuse not to continue forward. But it's being kind to yourself and saying, okay, well, up until this point hasn't been the right time. So now it is the right time. So that kindness is being kind to you and being kind to others around you, being kind to everyone in your life at this time, And it's not always an easy thing, is it? To be kind. But if you have this sense of unkindness, take a step back. Notice it. Because sometimes we can be unkind and it's about a pain that is within us. It's not about the other person or the other animal or the other thing or the other event. It's about the pain that is within us. So be kind to yourself first. And then allow that kindness to ooze out from your heart to all those around you. And I'm feeling with this, with the kindness energy about being kind to yourself, it's going to help you to manifest, it's going to help you to get motivated, it's going to help you to move forward. Kindness. I love that. Thank you so much for being with me. Happy new moon in Pisces. Let me know what you are manifesting. What magic are you bringing into your life? What dream do you want to come true at this time? Remember to pick up your Healing with the Angels free course. There are 3 things your angels want you to know, and there's a wonderful meditation to help you to connect with your angelic realm. And they will help you to heal at every level of your being. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you for sharing my work. I so appreciate you. Sending you so much love.